Another beautiful fire tended by Mr H. It's raining, as you can hear that pitter patter. There's bits of us getting on us, but it's good to be out in nature. I'd like to talk to you about fracking, what's happening quite close to us. What's your thoughts? Basically, I'm going to throw it over to Mr H for an opening gambit.
I believe it's this where they force water, don't they, into rock to get the gas out.
Yeah, well then it's left with a lot of poison residue, aren't you, and stuff.
Well, I think questions should be asked, not really, is it ethical for the environment, blah blah blah. It's, can we afford not to do it?
Right.
And I think people say, what do you mean? But you think about it, our modern technological world that we live in today is power hungry. It needs energy. And we've got to get energy from somewhere. Would people be prepared to have their energy rationed so fracking didn't take place? Or surrender all the unneeded electrical gadgets that they don't really need?
Well, that's an interesting thing. I worry about. I ponder about a lot of things. I mean, we are getting poisoned enough, really, and the residue from fracking going into water supplies, and in California it's been linked to all kind of health risks, cancers, you name it, and plus the damage to the plates of the earth, you know what I mean, the earthquakes and all that whatnot.
But what's the alternative is the next question. We can't build any more nuclear power stations. I mean, we had a close shave with Windscale near Sellafield.
Yeah.
And Chernobyl and that place in Japan, I can't pronounce it.
Fukushima.
Yeah.
Which is still, the news doesn't talk about it, but it's still pumping out, I think it's 300,000 tonnes of nuclear waste into the Pacific Ocean every day. Basically, the Pacific Ocean is fucked now, but it's going over to California, all this radiation. Japan's fucked, basically. But no, you'll never hear it. Is it like 100 times worse than Chernobyl or something like that? It's quite a few times worse than Chernobyl. Bear in mind we have Britain's most misinformed men, but we do have a few ideas. We're not here to fucking change the world. We're here to make you think.
But we can't carry on like that. What's the other alternative? Let's start building coal-fired power stations.
Yeah.
Dirty power stations is the term. I think, really, unless we're prepared to go back to the year zero and live like Middle Ages, drinking mead round the fire, singing "Hey nonny ho, nonny hey," we have to sort of take damage limitations, and we have to accept things that we don't particularly want.
I think you're right that we use a lot of electricity that we don't need to use. Like, how many houses having mobile phones charging at once and fucking iPads and all this fucking crap that we don't really need. Yeah. We've done ourselves a fucking thick 'un, really, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got too clever for our own good as a race, and
I will go as far as to say the people who are I believe it's on the Fylde coast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Woodhampton's one area. The people that are there, if they turn round and said, right, well, we understand what you're saying, people of Woodhampton, we'll fuck off and go and do it in the middle of Leeds. Do you think they'd turn around and say, no, that's not good enough? That's not good enough, we need to stop fracking now.
No, they probably say.
What they're thinking is, hang on, I bought this house back in 90s for 250 grand.
Yeah.
And since they've brought this up, I've seen my thing drop to 120, my house isn't worth as much and I'm paying a mortgage on it because I'm in negative equity.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're really bothered about. I'm sorry, people of Woodhampton.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong on that one, but I would say that that's probably the driving force with the local residents.
Yes.
That their own thing on their houses, they're concerned about that losing value.
Some interesting points there, Mr H. Yeah, you actually made me think.
Well, you think about it. I mean, they're saying it'll leave voids and pockets. We in Wigan live on coal mines.
Yeah.
And that was nature at beast that keep the fucking engines going in the factories.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you talk about, green energy. Well, England's green and pleasant lands didn't have windmills stuck on them all over the place. They're a
No.
fucking eyesore. They're a
Which
blot on
don't
landscape.
actually produce, am I right in thinking, they don't actually produce that much fucking energy?
No, it's a placate, isn't it? It's for a day. It's the same with these solar farms.
Yeah.
End of the day, we're all to blame because we all use energy.
Yeah.
And we'll all waste it. We all leave light on a little bit longer than we should.
Yeah.
So it's, can we afford not to frack? Because if we don't frack, what's the alternative?
Very interesting, Mr. H. I'm sure that'll open a wide debate up, and I'm going to leave. I can't really cap that, so I'm going to leave that with Mr. H's valid point on fracking. Thank you very much. Please like us on Facebook, Fireside Thoughts, and continue to like our page on YouTube, will ya? Because it's nice to be liked. Thank you.